Have you witnessed a scenario of a little baby trying to walk for the first time? That very process of alone is the total summary of everything about success. Listen, clean your ears very well and listen to this one, because you will come to thank me later. Believe you me, that process of a baby trying to walk for the first time in her life, the process of trying to and then the process of walking, is the total summation and summary of everything about success. It's a pictorial form of everything about success. Make no mistake about it. Let's quickly analyze it. You see, from the onset, this baby, after some time of crawling, that child will begin to tell herself, this act of crawling on my belly, crawling on my knees, I am sick and tired of it. The child first of all becomes dissatisfied with that present condition that she is in. She will now begin to observe, wait oh, for this whole house, it be like saying only me and they crawl. So why should I be crawling when other people are walking on their 2 feet? The time that child begins to imagine those things, she begins to observe that every other person is walking on his or her 2 feet, 2 legs. So why does she have 2 legs just like them and she is crawling? That child begins to become dissatisfied. One day that child will begin to tell herself, I can actually stand. Gradually, that child begins to stand on her own. With or without anybody's assistance, that child will begin to stand. Gradually, one day like that, after standing for some time, something inside of her will tell her, why not take a step? He or she quickly obeys that voice and takes the first step. And she says, this thing actually worked. And then he takes another step. And then he takes another step. Immediately, that her former stage begins to see that this person is about to leave me. That thing will now send fear into the heart of that child. It will either send a spirit of fear into the heart of that child, and something begins to tell her, you will fall now and break you, and you will just scatter your teeth. You will just wound yourself anyhow for trying to do something that is not meant for you. Gradually, that child begins to listen to that thing, and before you know what, after maybe 1 or 2 steps, or even the 3rd one, the child falls to the ground. He quickly stands up, dusts his or herself, and tries to do it again. He takes the first step, 2nd step, 3rd step, and this time around he takes even up to 4 or 5 steps, and then he falls again. Something continues to tell her, you cannot do this, you cannot do this. But then the happiness of knowing the possibility that she can actually leave that particular stage in life, that thing begins to overwhelm her, and she says no, she does no longer listen to this other negative voice. She continues to listen to this other positive one, and then she begins to walk again. She begins to try to repeat the same process again and again. She continues to repeat the same process. Each time she does that, she begins to notice that her feet are becoming stronger on the ground, that the number of times she falls no longer matters to her. She continues to stand and to take that step. Gradually, give that child 1 or 2 months, at most 6 months of consistent practice of this very act. That child begins to walk perfectly like every other normal person. And then before you know what, the child can easily run around, get anything she wants, go to anywhere within the compound that she wants to. Why? Because he or she did not listen to that negative voice of you cannot do it. This is the totality of success in every man's life. The very first time you try to do something significant, something inside of you will tell you this thing is not meant for you. Like this, our little child, something will tell you, you are too small for this thing. Can't you see other people in the house? Are they your size? Can't you see they are far bigger than you? Can't you see that they are far older than you? But then, that thing that is inside of you knows that you can actually do this thing, just that they want to continue to hold you back in that particular stage. And then you listen to this other voice that tells you can do it. If they can do it, you can do it. If they can do it, you can do it. The Bible makes it very clear. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Let this be your mindset, that anytime that negative voice comes, see it as something that is trying to hold you down. Listen to that positive voice. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. God bless you.